slide that we have that has that. We don't have a slide of the oral cavity or the rectum, other places that would have it. So that's your tip off. This is the esophagus. Okay, I want you to be able to identify the organ. Okay, let's do the main layers now. Okay, so here's the lumen on the inside. So you've got the mucosa is going to start here, and it's going to go down. Kind of hard to tell where it changes, isn't it? Okay, probably right about down into here. Normally, you would have the muscularis mucosae, that little band of smooth muscle would be right down in here, and that would be a good marker for telling you that it changes to submucosa. But in this part of the esophagus, there really is not one. It's almost none at all. Okay, so here, mucosa up to about right here. And then here, you can see changes to dense, irregular connective tissue. Here's your submucosa, all of this. We've got some glands in here in the submucosa. What are those? Esophageal glands. Yeah, those are the ones that produce mucus. Okay, they're up at this section, the proximal section of the esophagus, the top section. So those are your esophageal glands. So that also tells you this is the esophagus. And okay, now we see muscle. See a change right here. So what main layer is this? This is the muscularis externa. Yeah, because there's another little muscle layer. They call this one the externa. This is the thick one. This is almost always smooth muscle, except the esophagus is a little weird. And at the top, it starts out skeletal muscle, and then it changes to smooth muscle. So in this case, since we're looking at the top part of the esophagus, this is actually skeletal muscle. Okay, and then we go all the way out. We've got some big blood vessels down there at the bottom, a couple of arteries, artery and a vein actually. And we go down here. Muscularis externa ends right about in here. And then we've got, what's this outer layer of the esophagus called? Starts with the A. Adventitia, yes. So this is the adventitia. It's a pretty thick one, like that. And then lots of collagen fibers in there. That's that dense fibrous connective tissue. Okay, so let's see what else we need to do here. So we got the main layers. We saw the epithelium. We said there's no muscularis mucosae in this. Lamina propria would be the name for this underlying part. And all that. Okay, there's no circular versus longitudinal muscle layer because it's got the skeletal muscle, it's a little different. And we got the esophageal glands, and we got the adventitia. Did I forget anything? I think that's it. So let's just look at the epithelia a little closer, and we'll look at the esophageal glands a little closer. Okay, there's some good view of the esophageal glands down in that submucosa. Okay, any questions on that one? Okay. A lot to cover. Okay, the stomach. A lot of you noticed it said cardiac. I was impressed you were reading the slides. That just means the region of the stomach. It's from that region of the stomach. There's a part of the stomach called the cardia. Sort of oddly named.